Some of the homework that you do, like the research on the people that you're going to photograph, does that affect the lighting technique that you're going to work for, the look that you're going to go for? I mean, let's say you learn something about a character or a person, and you say, you know what, that idea I had in lighting, I'm going to change that up and do something like this because I just read something about them that I know.
Yeah, it does. What I do is, one of the things I like to say is I put my flaws directly into my work, and that's what makes it me. And I think that one of the best compliments I get is when people say, I know it's your picture without even seeing the credit for it. Yeah. And I think that's part of it. I put my flaws directly into it. So when it comes to photography or video too as well, yes, there are rules, and yes, there are things that quote unquote work, and like a 3-point lighting system and doing stuff like that. But I think it's better if you start putting your own meaning behind things. Like, right, use colors because of what the colors mean to you and doing that. So one great example of that is when I had a shoot with Chris Paul for the New York Times, the story was on his hands because he's the #1 defender. And he had to have a few surgeries on his hands because of all the, how beat up they were from doing that. And I originally, the idea how I wanted to light him was kind of higher key, how I did a portrait of LeBron James. And when I was setting up that in the media room at the Staples Center, that just didn't feel right at all. And I'm like, I don't think that looks going to go well. So I just last minute I decided, you know what, the background needs to be all black. And I need to change the setup to, I had 4 lights because that's the original way I do it, and it ended up being just 3 lights. And I changed the look completely about it, and it went a lot better. It was like quieter look, and it fit the story better. I know every photographer is different, and one of the biggest things I've learned the hard way is kind of you got to be self-aware. Because I've heard portrait photographers specifically say that when they photograph someone, they want to know nothing about them because they believe that the first 10 minutes you meet somebody are the most honest or that does not work for me. And so I know myself well enough. I know that I don't listen well to them. So I do all my research on them. I try to find out everything. I Google them. I find out interviews they do. I want to know if they're married, divorced, have kids, love dogs, or anything. So I know also projects they're working on. So I have things I could talk to them about them and make that connection. On the lighting sense, usually if I get the story or anything, I could usually pre-visualize in my head how I want it to look. And then I just sometimes draw the diagram. And what I used to do is figure out I could do plan A, B, C, and C and do like a bunch of different looks. But now I've done experience enough I start off every photo shoot pretending it's going to be a 30-second photo shoot because I've had to do a few 30-second ones, and I treat it like that when they start. I pretend that person's just going to let me take 7 pictures and then walk out. So I get solid stuff. I get a really tight headshot. I get a 3/4 shot, and if they're still cool after that, okay, cool. Then I could pretend it's like a 3-minute photo shoot and
it's
get
all
the
gravy
for it.
after that.
Yeah.